Hi all, this is my house. I'm not putting up the house number because work, but I've been in here for almost 2 months, and in that time I've done nothing inside the house. I've just been messing around in the yard. So this is all log chunks that I can't really do anything with, and I can't really move. There are a few in here I can move, but these big ones are linden. They're heavy as hell, so I have to replace my chainsaw chain and then chop them up in order to be able to move them back where I can use them. The chunks that are mostly that still have their bark on them, those are probably going to be a shiitake mushroom experiment. It's going to take years for the shiitakes to colonize something as big as this. I think that might just end up being a coffee table, or not a coffee table, end table around the fireplace, just because I don't want to deal with it. But moving back, it's a huge mess because I'm in the middle of building out, and I don't really want to do cleanup while I'm building. This over here is the logs with the rotten chunks in it. This is all going to be firewood. These are the longer, straighter logs that I couldn't drop in the way I got them from the arborist. I have to chop them up further in order to make them into edging, but that's what's going to happen with those. Odds and ends. It's snowy, so it's hard to tell, but this is the wood pile. It's about 15 feet by 15 feet by 20 feet, 15 feet by 25 feet. And about 6 feet deep at the highest. Yeah, lots of wood chips. I have Phoenix oyster spawn coming in bulk from a local vendor. The Phoenix oysters are good for mycoremediation, and they eat fur. Basically, they're the hungriest oysters, so they should be able to break this down a lot faster than anything else. These right here are chunks that are going to be going for seeding for my cousin, because when I was talking on Facebook that I'm having a lot of fun chopping, playing with wood, she requested them. This is the fireplace seating area. It's almost done. You can't see it now, but the rock layer underneath is thin, and I want to beef it up before I start using it, because only you can prevent forest fires. So that's what's happening there. This is a little kitty corner. My cat loves being outside, so and there aren't a lot of cats in this neighborhood, so I'm gonna plant this all out with catnip and probably blow a bunch of money on peat and stuff like that to make it soft for him to sit in, so he can hang out with me in the summer. And then massive amount of, this is Russian olive and aspen. The Russian olive is pretty well useless. It's really bad wood. So that's getting chopped up and thrown in the pile. I have a commercial chipper coming at some point. But I'm supposed to be today, but I canceled it because I didn't want to do it in the snow. It just snowed last night. This is an aspen pile. Every log chunk over 3 inches in diameter is getting turned into lion's mane logs. I have lion mane plug spawn, and more coming, and more shiitake plug spawn coming. I think that's as much plug spawn as I want to deal with right now, so I have other projects. This right here, and then down, and then around the other tree again, these kind of indents are going to be gooseberries, blackberries, jostaberries, and not blackberries, gooseberries, jostaberries, and red and black currants. Yeah, I have dormant plants coming. It's December, but I'm going to be starting them indoors and then cloning them, because I really don't want to pay for the number of plants that I want. They're like $16 each if you order them, and I want at least 10 of each. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So I'm cloning them. We'll see how that goes. And then this is the back, more Russian olive and a whole aspen that I need to chop up. And again, everything under 3 inches is getting chipped. Everything over 3 inches is becoming lion's mane. Last, in the back corner, is the compost pile. That's a pallet compost pile from the former owner. I don't like pallet compost piles. They're flimsy, and yeah, I just don't like pallets anyway. But so that's that. It's probably going to be summer once, like high summer, once I'm done with all the stuff that like needs to start growing. That is going to take a while. But I'm planning on redoing that with cinder blocks instead, because yeah, I like cinder blocks. They last. And then for this main area where there's a bunch of tree waste right now that I'm standing in, this is all getting planted out with dwarf fruit trees. I'm going to get the shortest dwarf ones I can, and then interplanted with strawberries and some other shade-loving edibles, or shade-tolerant edibles. Where this area where the woodpile is now, once I get that spread out, that's going to be the annual garden. Yeah, that's pretty well what I got. This back fence line there are some rose bushes there right now. Those I want those out. I haven't touched it really because there's a bunch of rock that's stuck in there. But rose bushes are coming out, rocks coming out. I'm gonna have to plant in edging for raspberries and blackberries, about a foot deep. And it's compacted clay soil here, so it's going to be just miserable work, and I'm saving that for last too because I don't want to do it. But yeah, that'll be the raspberry and blackberry hedge. Thanks. Hit me up if you have any questions. Like, share, subscribe, send me money. Yeah, anyway, that's Andrew.